Jordan of Cherub. How are you?
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Happy President's Day.
Yeah, we're glad to be here.
We're glad to have you. And you played in the PlayStation Theatre last night, right? So it was a good day to have it, good Sunday, because a lot of people aren't working today. So how was the performance? How was the party?
Energy was good.
I mean, it was rowdy. We've always loved New York, but actually getting to play down in Times Square with just all the hustle and bustle and everything, it was pretty cool.
And it's a
I
really
walked
big
out for a
venue there.
slice before the show and just
Nice.
you
The
know.
dollar slice of pizza. Maybe
Yeah.
get on the big screen and then play a show. It's kind of what
Exactly.
dreams might be made of.
the perfect New York experience.
So good. Well, we're glad we could give that to you. And in general, I feel your performances are something that you guys are known for. You have a big fan base it's just like your concerts, I've heard you say, are kind of like different to other ones. So why would you say that is?
I think we just kind of rage off the crowd. Like, the whole thing with the concert is the energy from the crowd comes to us, and then we just kind of reciprocate it. It's a mutual rowdy party, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean, we've had the chance. We started playing really small shows.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had like one big song that's popped off, and then we have giant crowds all of a sudden. So,
It's doses of mimosas.
well, in doing that, it's allowed us to make friends at all these
Yeah.
concerts
You hear the-
instead of just.
Dose of mo-
Thanks. But yeah, I mean, just making friends, and it feels like we're just hanging out with the crowd a lot of the time, and that's really fun for us. It's the best part of the day, so yeah.
So you're co-headlining with the Floozies. So you were telling me just before we got on stage that they're pals of yours. So tell me about how that came about.
Well, we have like a solid group of friends that it's probably like 10 bands of ours and whatnot. We're all good friends. We see each other at music festivals all the time, and we're always talking about, oh, let's go on tour together. Let's go on tour together. And what we end up doing is like piggybacking, so we're all in different cities like the day after each other, and we never get to hang out other than in the summer.
Yeah.
So this is just a tour that we've been talking about for a while, and it's awesome to be able to get out there with the Floozies and just have a really good time. Both of our fan bases are really awesome.
Are they
and
similar, or is
very
it kind of
similar but separate.
Yeah.
But when everybody gets together, everybody's been having a really good time. It feels like a music festival out there on tour.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
it's been a lot of fun.
So you're watching new groups of friends be made.
Yeah, everyone
That's
has their
that-
hula hoops and light up things and is just going crazy.
That's
It's
the
awesome.
goal of shows, man. Just make friends.
I've seen
You fail at a show if you don't make a new friend at a show. Seriously.
Sometimes it's better to go solo, you know?
Yeah, go solo and
You
make
can
a whole
like
bunch of new
look for
friends.
your friend and get to the front of the stage and then make new friends up there.
Exactly.
And I feel like I've looked on your Twitter and you interact quite frequently with your fans, and tattoos are like a really big thing for them, getting your name tattooed or getting the band name tattooed or your lyrics. Why do you think that is?
Also, I would like to say that Freaky Me, Freaky You tattoo is fucking real.
Pretty awesome, right?
Well,
saw
it's awesome, but it's just real, and it's her whole forearm. This girl got this tattoo that says "Freaky Me, Freaky You," and it's just right there.
I mean, we obviously love tattoos. I'm like covered up right now, but
Take your pants
we have
off.
a lot of tattoos, and neither of us take them too seriously. They're just kind of like bookmarks for us. So
Yeah.
the fact that other people would want to share that and like put our work or our signatures or something like that, anything having to do with us on their bodies permanently is super endearing and awesome.
I'd
and
say so. Like,
it's just something that I think is super rad too. I like tattoos, so when people share that with us, it's pretty cool.
We, I think tattoos are the most endearing thing you can show a band. Like if somebody's rocking something on their arm, that's like a quote.
Going
From
and get
biggest
tattoos
compliment.
with your friends and stuff, it's cool.
Yeah.
You know, you're never gonna forget that.
Yeah.
and so naming conventions are a big thing with you guys. So you're currently on the Your Girlfriend Already Bought Tickets tour.
Yep.
You did the DTF tour last year.
Yep.
Your new album is called Bleed Gold, Piss Excellence, and I'm so happy to be actually able to say that over a microphone. I never
Yeah.
thought it would be possible. So why are naming conventions like important to you, and how does it help garner attention and just be good for you guys as a band?
So we never really go for like a shock value. I would say.
Not at all, no.
Well, being for real, like it's unintentional. I think probably we're just degenerates that we don't even think about this being a thing where it's like, oh, there's gonna be bleed gold, piss excellence in bold letters, you know. But now that I'm looking at it here with everyone, like the other day I was in the Uber and I told the dude that I was in the band Cherub, and he pulled it up and started playing songs. Like the first one was like, "I heard what you say, yeah, yeah, so fuck that bitch." I was like, this is kind of offensive. Oops. I guess. I don't but like in the creative process, you don't really think about that, I guess. But yeah.
And so in general, like there is like a lot of curse words or different phrases in your music that I was reading that like for Doses of Mimosas, you even had to do a different version of it so it could get radio play. So in general, is radio play something that factors into your mind, and does it stunt your creativity, or do you just go full for it, write the lyrics, and then change them if you have to get that?
I don't think we think about radio play when we're making songs, but
Maybe we should. But oops.
I think we're just kind of if a radio station wanted to play our songs, we just kind of figure out how to tweak it, I guess. I don't know.
Our whole like shtick,
We should do like the Nelly thing, where it's like, if we're talking about smoking weed, it'd be like, just like bleep it out with the action.
our whole thing is just be you and do whatever you want to do. So we're not ever going to try to censor ourselves for anything. I mean, we're not going to try to be brash just to get a reaction out of people, but it's just us being us, you know? So we don't really think much about it.
I can see you right there, Jason.
And then so many shout outs. And in the end of the day, that's what wins through, and that's what I guess makes you guys different from everyone else. So the album itself has about 11 songs on it, but you wrote, how many would you write for it, and how do you whittle it down to the 11?
We probably wrote 20 to 30 songs for this record.
At least.
There are different stages of completion. You know, some are skeletons of songs, some are things that we'll actually sing back to each other every once in a while and be like, oh, someday we'll write this.
Yeah.
But yeah, we wrote a lot of songs for this past record.
We have like 100 tracks in a computer that'll never see the light of day.
But do you not go back to them?
Don't tease people.
Do you ever go back to them and re-listen and then kind of doctor them maybe to suit like a different record, or?
Yeah, I mean, there's some songs that we will go back to and be like, oh, this had a good vibe to it, you know?
Yeah.
We'll pick up on it, but
for example, the last song on this record is a song that's 3 years old that we recorded for, wasn't it?
For the year of the
Crazy Sessions.
Yeah.
And it's something that didn't fit on that record, but it was perfect to finish out this one. So we were really stoked when we got to bring it back. Yeah.
So you never know.
You
and
never
the creative
know.
process, like, where do you guys write? And I read that you also said you're obviously, like a lot of writers, are stimulated by stuff that's happening in your life and the environment that you're in. So what influenced this album, and I guess what inspires you to write, and where does it usually happen?
Somewhere really quiet with no one around. That is my ideal writing spot, like a dark hole.
Nice. It's deep.
Yeah,
It's super
a deep
true.
dark hole.
A lot of artists like to write on the road, and we're obviously very inspired by what goes on the road, but there's so much going on that you don't get a chance to really dive into things. So we really like to, take some time, a couple days, a couple weeks to get into the studio, get into that vibe, and just into the flow of things. And that's when songs really start happening for us.
Agreed.
And what sort of things inspire what you write about? Is it mostly, because a lot of it is like sex, drugs, and partying. So is it your
And
antics on the
snacks.
road and snacks? Nice.
Yeah.
Lots of
Yeah, there's a lot of
snacks.
food references. A
We
lot.
like snacks.
Through our
Everybody likes
travels,
food
we
references.
become foodies for sure. I would say my second passion next to music is food. Like I get really excited on prefix menus. Like if I go to a 16 tasting course meal, I'm a fucking smitten kitten.
Nice. It's a party for the mouth.
You
It's
make
a
a
party
mean
for the
pork
mouth.
tenderloin, too. That's
I've been working on my gnocchi. It's really, really good.
Ooh.
Yeah. Handmade gnocchi is it's
I
hard.
like that because you had the Antipasto EP. So
Yeah.
I feel like you're delivering what you're putting out there. You are actually a chef. The cover of it is both of you in chef hats, and it's
Yeah.
true to fact.
We are, well, yeah, we're working on it.
Practicing.
We just bought a sous vide cooker.
Okay, what's that?
Should we just
It's
make
like
the rest of this
a
interview
circulating
about
water
food?
bath that you slow cook foods
Ooh,
in?
nice.
And we've been just vacuum sealing all these different meats and stuff like that, and whipping stuff up in the kitchen. It's pretty good. You should come over and eat with us if you guys want to come and eat with us. Hey.
See, they always bring the after party. This will be
Yeah.
a new audience.
Yeah. So let's go to Donnybrook after this, everybody. We're gonna go get day drunk. It'll be fine.
brunch
need a
on a
brisket.
Monday.
Yeah.
Rude not to. So the T.I. collaboration for Signs. There's one collaboration on the album. How did that come about?
So, okay, so he came to our show at the Buckhead Theater in Atlanta, Georgia, probably about a year and a half ago. And then
He brought Zac Efron with him, of all people.
Random.
I
Are they
never would have
friends?
pictured seeing the two of them together hanging out, but
yeah, they were there.
man, we all had a really good time that night. It was a lot of fun.
He was kind enough. We had the day out the next day. We went bowling with him and his family. Ate some pasta with him and his family.
And you were saying you like
pizza
reality
party.
shows, so T.I. and Tiny, family hustle. You
It was
must be
the whole. It was the whole
fanboying.
crew. You know.
But all the kids had friends with them too, because
Okay.
this was like the family night out. So
And you were invited.
we had a small
Yeah.
army with us in the bowling alley. It was
Okay.
amazing.
And it was. Not only was it kind of like weird for us because we were hanging out with T.I., but we had been on tour for a month. So going in like a family dining scenario was like the most domesticated shit we'd done in a while. So we're like,
How do we behave?
cool, you know, like you don't order shots at the table when you're doing that, you know. So
Well, you go to the bar to do that.
On the DL.
yeah. But it was a good time.
How did the collaboration? Did he say to you he wanted to make a track with you, or did you send him stuff? How did it work?
He was the nicest guy ever. Like we went and did the bowling, the dinner, and then went to a studio, and we did 2 tracks with him, and the one of them got released on our album. I don't know what's gonna happen with the other one. Hopefully, it gets released because it's a slow jam.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's a goodie.
I'm really stoked on the other track because he's singing
So why
on
would
it.
you not put that on the album? Who decides
ca-
this? Is it Columbia Records
Well,
or
No. It's
T.I. called dibs on it, so
He-
we
yeah,
can't
it's
say
all-
anything.
it's all T.I.
Okay.
Like, I'm not singing on it. You know,
Okay.
he's singing on it. It's fucking.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm gonna listen to it when we leave here now.
Wait, so it's gonna
I
be
haven't
on
heard it
his
in a while.
next album, or
Hopefully,
now it just exists in your Dropbox folder with no one hearing it?
I hope that it doesn't stay in cyberspace. I hope it
Ah.
comes out. You know.
So the one we do have is called Signs. So
Yes.
why Signs? Because it's all about like Libras getting on with cancer.
feel like that's a
Are you
thing.
guys into star signs? Is T.I. into star signs?
I'm not so much into it. I just feel like it's a thing,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's relatable, and that's where inspiration comes from. Sometimes, you know.
So you guys we're 90s kids.
80s
babies. To
80s
the
babies,
90s.
90s kids.
Raised me.
Yeah.
I saw, so family-wise, like I saw that you got your dads, they got their fathers to like meet up and did a YouTube video. You might
Yeah.
have seen it, of your dad's listening to the lyrics and
Yeah.
listening to
Oh,
the
yeah.
new album. It was so cute.
They're awesome. Both of our
They seem
parents
to be
are
so
super
open.
supportive of us.
Yeah.
And when we invited them out to do it, they were like, yeah, they were super pumped. My dad, he was, kept calling me about it. He was stoked. Jordan's dad actually showed up with a like full-on pad of notes about the record. That
Yeah,
he
what
was
did
like,
the dad
he was
say
like,
about
I
the
got some
lyrics?
things to say about this record, and I'm gonna get it out. And it was just an awesome time. We had a really good time.
Jace's dad was like, I've heard this song, maybe? And my dad was like, let me refer to my notes.
Was it your
3
dad,
minutes and
Jordan?
23 seconds, and
It was your dad who then made the point about the 20-piece, make me feel like an extra chicken nugget and
Oh,
a
yeah.
20-piece meal. Was it your dad? Jordan? It was, wasn't
was
it?
does he get this stuff?
Yeah. My dad didn't get my ecstasy reference. What was that?
My
What
dad
was
did.
it? Yeah, your
Yeah,
dad
one dad
did.
was really on top of
I
things.
know what he's talking about.
He looked over to your dad, and your dad's like, you don't know shit, bud.
So obviously they're very supportive.
They're very
Yeah.
supportive.
And then growing up, what sort of music did you listen to? Did your parents like play stuff in the car that influenced the way you write music now? What did you listen to?
My parents listened to shitty music, in my personal opinion. I was raised on like, well, I don't even want to say the artist. I don't want to throw them under the bus like that, but
I mean,
They're
I
probably
was
watching.
raised on good music, but neither of
you-
us come from musical families.
Yeah.
you have respect for like, you know,
My dad raised
Billy
me on
Joel-
Billy Joel.
Billy
so-
Joel. I mean, my
Yeah,
dad
it's
listened to
great.
fucking DC Talk. And, well, I guess he listened to Madonna. That was tight.
Yeah, still is.
Yeah.
What did you listen to though? What's like your '90s guilty pleasure?
The Foo Fighters.
Counting
That's
Crows.
not a guilty pleasure.
I
Well,
don't
that's
have
that's
guilty
just my
pleasures.
go-to. That's my thing. I guess I don't have guilty pleasures because I'll own NSYNC. I fucking
Yeah.
love that band.
Yeah, they're having a reunion
that
now.
was-
You know
that was
they're
my
coming back
jam.
together.
For real?
Yes, I
All
read
5 of
this.
them?
Yes, that's what I read.
He's gonna
With
get a
Justin.
Don't
bummer
quote me
here
on it.
now.
Might not be happening, but who
Tell me
knows?
more.
There's going to be a tour. You could possibly go on tour with them.
I went to the 2000
hit
tour,
Justin
the
Timberlake.
No Strings Attached tour. Actually, our manager Emily and I were just talking about that. We went to that tour and it was amazing. That like
knows what's
changed
ahead?
the way that I look at pop music performed live. So
Why?
it was just huge. It's a giant pop show, you know. It's like Disney World stuff.
Yeah.
They're flying in on all these wire contraptions
Like
and
puppets?
stuff. There's
Yeah, that video
fire
was
and
crazy.
sparks and LED screens, and it's just this larger than life experience, and that's what we try to do as well. I mean, we don't have the
We don't-
budget to go flying in on
budget,
crazy
yeah.
stuff, but we try to, you know, recognize that there's an entertainment factor of the whole thing, and that was one of the first places where I saw that. So
I've
Jordan.
never seen NSYNC or 98 Degrees.
You
or-
feel a bit left out now.
My
I know
mom-
you like Hanson. You're just not owning up.
Oh, I had the single. I didn't even have the full album. I had the single Bop. That was my shit. I loved Bop. I wanted to braid my hair like the drummer for years.
What was his name? Was it Isaac or Taylor?
I
Taylor
don't-
was the cute one.
I don't remember. I think they all were cute.
They were all cute.
Yeah, they were all heartthrobs in their own respect, you know.
man,
Yeah.
if
Gross-
you can write a hit song that doesn't have any words in the chorus,
Yeah, but
you're winning.
You definitely don't have to
Damn,
beep
that shit's
anything
gonna
out
get-
either. That's the key to radio
great.
play. It censors itself.
The songwriters
Yeah.
for that were like, ha 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 ha. Yes.
honestly, if you threw Jonathan Taylor Thomas into that band, it would be the
Yes.
heartthrob.
I think the world of it would have
It would have
imploded. Just
yeah.
It didn't happen for a
Everybody
reason.
would have came everywhere.
So
I guess
6
maybe
years
just me, I
ago
don't
is
know.
when the band started. Cherub started, right?
I
6
like
years
the
ago.
segue. So the band.
What, the way it is now and how the duo exists compared to what you thought it would have been 6 years ago, if you could have predicted, how does it differ? Or is it exactly how you planned? Or better or
Well,
worse?
We toured as a duo for about 5 years. For the past, I guess, 4.5, 5 years. For the past 2 years, we've been touring as a live band. And right now, we're getting back to touring as a duo. And it was one of those things where as we were doing it, we were kind of afraid, like, are we going to feel like we're kind of going back in time or something like that? And it couldn't feel better now playing as a duo. It's just everything feels like we're getting back to the way things started. We miss having all of our best friends on the bus because that's what the live band is. It's literally our best friends
Yeah.
from freshman year of college. So, I mean, I'm texting with them at night before the show. It's like, oh, I miss you guys. But
You do?
yeah, I was texting with
You gotta
JD
start
last
the
night
group
about
text.
what
Come on,
I
JD.
need to
Well, I'm
put
an
their
asshole
DJ
then, I
set.
guess. Yeah, fuck.
But it feels really good for Jordan and I to be getting out there and just interacting with the crowds and the people that have been coming out since day one, and we like recognize their faces in the front row, and it's super fun for him and I to just be goofing off on stage. And for the longest time, it used to be the two of us riding around in my Nissan Xterra, like touring the country and stuff
Classic.
like that. And this has some of that like same gritty sentiment to it, where it's just the two of us up there having fun with the people coming out to the shows, and it's nice.
I agree with that, man. You're awesome, and I love you.
I love you too, man.
Aww, and they live together too. It's a
We do.
bromance.
It's a
full-on
real
bromance.
bromance. Yeah.
It's nice. So how many
Bro,
months
my
was there
goodness.
4 of you?
About a year and a half. Were you asking how long was the band?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was about a year and a half, 2 years
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
were touring as a 4-piece. We had our producer, Nick Curtis, he was playing drums with us. And then our good friend, Jordan Bartlett, he played a lot of the guitars and basses on this record. He was out playing lead guitar and keys with us. So, I mean, both of us come from a rock band background,
Aesthetic,
like
yeah, yeah.
playing in punk bands and stuff like that. So actually getting to perform as a live band, it felt really natural for us, and it was really awesome to just like get up there and
see a drummer behind us.
Yeah. You know, it's super
Yeah.
fun. So I definitely missed that part of it, but it's really cool.
It's an evolution.
Yeah.
Many forms of it.
Yeah, many forms, you know.
Well, it's nice to be able to move back and forth between all these different incarnations of Cherub. You know, it's the music really speaks for itself then, and it's cool to be able to perform it multiple different ways.
So 2017. I like this. I feel like you're both even learning about where your priorities stand, and
I'm
you know, how
learning
you
about
really feel
Jason
about
right now. I
certain
just like
issues.
listening right now. I'm just
You're a really good listener.
These are generally like a therapist session. They're
Yeah.
that long. We have the clock.
this is why you're
time is
here.
up, guys.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
2017. What's to come?
More music, more videos, more personality, growing as a person. I don't know. More sous vide. Steaks. Yeah, I don't know. Medium rare steaks. That's what's coming up.
Nice. And video-wise, the last video released was Doses and Mimosas, wasn't it? be
We've
the next-
put out a video called Heart after that.
And stripped this as well.
Yeah, and stripped to this.
So from the new album, what's going to be the next video? With T.I. maybe? Go
We
back
don't
to
really
Atlanta?
know yet.
I would love to shoot a video in Atlanta for sure. It's a great city. But
It's something that we're really into visuals for the music. Right when we released the record, we were already in the middle of a 3-month tour.
Yeah.
And then, we're right back out on tour now. So as soon as we get a chance to sit down and make some visuals, we're really excited to. Who knows if it will be for this record or for upcoming new stuff. A lot of the times
Ooh.
we can't, focus on things that we've already done because we're so excited about what we're about
Yeah.
to do. So I don't know what visuals will be.
Forward
next, but
thinking.
Yeah.
yes,
Better off anyway.
yes.
I think we have some questions from the audience.
Hey guys.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
How often do you get to perform in your hometown, Nashville, and does it feel any different than performing or touring?
So we usually perform. It's kind of sad because we usually do once or twice a year, maybe. It doesn't seem like enough. But whenever we go there, there's just a shitload of friends, a shitload of
Sometimes it's almost too hectic.
Yeah.
Because there's so many friends there, and everyone's like, "Hey, how are you? How are you?" And you want
I'm
to
on the
take a
list,
second
right? Yeah.
with everybody, but it's overwhelming in the best way possible to go and play those hometown shows. And then we've also taken the opportunity to do a couple of secret pop-ups here and there. Nashville's a cool town that has a lot of small venues to where we've done a show under the name Snickle Fritz when actually a few times we've played.
Which
with Snickle.
is it?
I'll end
Do-
up going and DJing with friends around town in Nashville. It's a town that really loves music, so it's really cool to be from there.
I'm curious how many people know where Snickle Fritz comes from.
Are you
Has
going to
anybody
tell us?
seen Pineapple Express?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Why?
yeah.
So what happens? I don't remember it, though. What's
Well, Snickle Fritz is like the bad bag of weed that he gives to people. He's like,
Ah.
that's it. Yeah.
And for about a year and a half after that movie came out, every time I was smoking weed with people, they're like,
Oh,
"Oh
that's
my
a-
God, you look like James Franco. That's Snickle
Yeah.
Fritz." I'm like,
Dude, Jason
look a bit
is
like
James
Franco.
Franco in Pineapple Express. Yeah, dude.
That's James Franco. Let's be
Seriously,
honest.
to the T. It's fucking awesome.
He's
"Thanks."
owning it. He likes
Yeah,
it. Thank
yeah.
you so much for the compliment.
It is a compliment, I think.
I think we've
You're
done another
high,
one
James
or two.
Franco.
Hey,
Hey, thank you for being here.
Hey, man.
What's been the craziest venue you've ever performed in?
Okay, so I would say the craziest one would be the stadium we played in Lille or
Nîmes, I think.
Nîmes.
Nîmes.
It was in France, and it was like a Coliseum.
ooh.
Is that-
Yeah, I think technically there's only one Coliseum, right? So it would have been an ancient arena,
Ancient
a
arena,
giant
yeah.
Roman arena that was
Wow.
incredible. I
was-
was a big dork during sound check. Are you not entertained?
It was some gladiator shit for sure. It was like a 10,000 person kind of wrapped around the whole thing. We opened up for this dude named Stromae, who's awesome.
Stromae, yeah, Stromae. Isn't it
he's
Stromae?
incredible.
French guy.
Yeah.
Well, he's Belgium. He sings
yes.
in French.
Yeah.
Sings in French.
But
Incredible.
to see a crowd of people literally from age 6 to 60, you know,
yeah.
like singing along every word, it was incredible to watch.
And
it was so cool.
I'll never forget that because it kept raining. It would rain for like 5 minutes and then stop, and then rain for 5. So they'd be like, "You ready to go on stage?" Like, yeah. And then it would rain, and then we get pushed back. This happened for like a half an hour, 45 minutes, and it
But
just
it's
was.
grand. I mean, it's more relaxed there.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was good.
I think we've one final question.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Do you have any advice for a early in her career songwriter / lyricist?
Are you asking for a friend?
Maybe, maybe not.
Okay, so I'm just gonna be corny and say, if you believe in your music, just go for it. I mean, I never had a plan B. I just kind of went straight into it and just like put everything into it. So just do your thing, believe in yourself, and hopefully everything else will follow.
And especially as a songwriter, just put yourself out there, write with as many people as possible, because the more people you write with, the more inspired you'll be. Everybody has a different approach. Everybody has a different flavor to things. And as we've started to co-write with people, it's really awesome to get to experience that. And everybody works a different way too. And you end up finding new little things that you like. And yeah, so just write with as many people as possible.
Yep.
Nice. Sage words from Cherub. What has been one really important lesson then that you've learned from writing with someone, and who was it? Because you must learn a lot about yourself as well through
You
writing
do.
with someone else, because you realize what sort of lyrics you write.
I'm kind of like, I don't know the word to describe myself, but like I've written all the lyrics so far to the Cherub stuff, and so when we started co-writing with people, I realized that I was a little bit overprotective of that. I needed to open up more and be welcoming to ideas from other people, and I think you probably appreciated that.
Oh yeah, you know, I'm not gonna
like, there's
important life skills.
There's a lot of times when Jason will have like a suggestion for one line, I'll be like, nope,
And now
you're not even done suggest. Yeah.
The only time I'll keep bugging you is if it's grammatically incorrect. That will drive me crazy. It drives me insane.
Jason had a really, really good education, and I think that like you also paid attention in school, and I didn't.
Okay.
So there's a lot of times like when I'll text something or type something out, I'll be like, I gotta correct this, dude.
We're throwing a comment.
You look like a fucking idiot.
He has your back.
He's the best interest at
Saving
heart, you
you.
know? Yeah.
He could just let you fall flat and have all this grammatically incorrect lyrics, and then you could shine and be like, well, I was thinking, you know?
But it could be my thing. I could just like make it my thing and
Well, there have been multiple
Own it.
occasions where I've asked you, I'm like, is this intentional? You're like, no, I just wrote it that way. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna fix that.
it's
I
true.
before E.
It's not
Happy
even
seat.
not even changing the lyrics, just the way it's written down, just so I can like.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Clearly,
I got
it's
your
a
back,
match
bro.
made in heaven. Cherub, no pun intended.
Yeah.
But it was great to have you here in AOL, and
for
enjoy
having
the
me.
rest of your day.
Yeah.
Monday brunching.
Well, thank you for having us.
We have the whole day off in New York. Yeah.
Dim sum.
Thank you. Great
Thank you
to
guys
have
so much.
Thank you guys for coming to hang. Much love, guys.